Hello everybody, welcome back to Discussion the Show. I am your girl Bria Van Kooten, and I am back with another video. As you guys can read by the title, we are here, like I said, for my Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 14 recap review of episode 1 from last night. Y'all, it was a good episode. I'm gonna give them that. It was a good episode. It felt fresh. Like, even though we know the girls, like, we know everyone, but with the addition of Sanya, who was new, but everybody else we know, we're familiar with, but it still had a feeling of freshness, of something new, which was a great feeling. Like, because as I told you guys, my Real Housewives of Atlanta is my favorite franchise, so I'm always excited whenever a new season is starting. And like, I could say like a month ago, I wasn't as excited as I was leading up to this Sunday. Like, seeing like the taglines and the clips and the promos and all that, it got me more excited. Like, of course I was excited to see Sheree, and I was excited to see Marlo get her peach, but leading up to this day, leading up to last night, I just felt how I felt when like Real Housewives of Atlanta first begun, like the beginning stages. Like, I felt that excitement. So I was excited to see what season 14 was giving, and I think the premiere episode 1 was really good. Hope you guys watched the episode. Of course, definitely check it out if you haven't. I definitely want to go rewatch it again. All right, so the season started off with Miss Kenya Summer Moore as she and her dance partner Brandon are, practicing. Of course, Kenya was on Dancing with the Stars, and we see them practicing in the studio. So then Bravo, of course, the Bravo producers, but I think this season it was the Real Housewives of Potomac producers. So we're gonna see what the Real Housewives of Potomac producers are giving. But so far for episode 1, they were very shady, okay? The producers were very shady, because the beginning episode, Kenya, she's taking off her shoes and she's telling Brandon, sorry, don't look at my feet, I'm ashy. And they have the Portia in the background. Bye, Ashy. Like, I was like, this how we started off. And then the whole episode 1, there was little like voices from older episodes, and it was hilarious. So Candy comes in to meet Kenya, and then we have Marlo comes in to meet Kenya as well. And of course, this is where we get the Marlo intro of, "Hi, I'm Marlo Patrice Hampton from St. Petersburg, Florida." And they're like, "Marlo, they know who you are." But like, why they had to cut into, like I said in my previous video, why they had to cut into my girl's intro like that? Like, let her feel she is a new housewife, so she could say that. Like, yes, we know Marlo for 10 years, but she is now a housewife. So let her get her intro. Like, they'll pop her bubble like that. But then, of course, they show like the little clips of her and from obviously over these past 10 years. And yeah, I'm just happy. Like I said in the previous video, I'm happy Marlo got her peach. I'm so happy she is a Real Housewife. She definitely deserves it. She been deserved it. Like, she should have been had this. But I feel like now, I was watching with my mom, and my mom was like, she feel like now Marlo has like a real storyline with like her having her nephews. Like, that's more, yeah, she brings the drama, but she has like a family life. So that, I think that pushed it even more for her to be like, oh yes, let's give her, for them to be like, yeah, let's give her her peach. So then of course, my girl Shiva Sheree, she gonna have her little intro. They love putting the camera on Sheree's thighs, because Sheree's real thick. So they put the camera on her thigh, she's walking in, and then you hear like her little background, "Hell to the na-na, to the na-na-na." I wasn't gonna pull it off, I just wanted to tilt it a little bit. Who gonna check me, boo? Of course we know it was Sheree. They didn't even have to play those clips, but Sheree comes in, walking in, and at the same time they're talking about like sleeping with a billionaire, because of course they still questioning Marlo about her money and blah blah blah. And then Sheree's like, "Oh, this is the conversation I like." She walking into the space. So it's Kenya, Marlo, Candy, Sheree chit-chatting, talking. Of course, now the conversation goes over to Sheree about Tyrone, and they start asking her about her sex life, and she's like, it was One thing I could say was pretty short, like the first time they had sex, but now, you know, she put him on a block because she want to see if what he was saying in jail, he really is showing that in real life. Like, she's not gonna just jump into a relationship, have him move into her house and all that. So we shall see. But I do mess with her with that because you do want to see if people's words match, if people's actions match their words. So I get that, especially like you're moving in a man who allegedly went to jail for fraud to move into the chateau. Like, I don't think that's smart. So she's playing it right for the fact that she is seeing it, taking the time, not just like moving him in. So I do like that part, but that was hilarious because they was like, nah, Marlo was like, girl, you better give it up. Like, how you know he not here with other women, blah blah blah. So it was cool to see the camaraderie and the chatting. Of course, seeing Kenya and Sheree chit-chatting, like, we love to see it. So then we jump to the scene with Marlo and her nephews. Of course, this is why I was saying I was excited to see Marlo as a peach holder, to see more of her life, behind the scenes of her life. Because, of course, being a friend of, you just see when they're with the girls. But as a Real Housewife, you get to see their behind the scenes, what's going on in their actual life. We see her getting her nephews ready for school. She's waking them up. She's making them breakfast. So I'm excited to see that dynamic of them together. Of course, we see some drama coming soon with her taking care of her nephews and her sister coming into the picture and all that. So I'm just excited to see more behind the scenes of Marlo living her life like it's golden. Then we see Drew and Ralph go into the gym. You know, Drew has this workout program and we see her go into the gym. She's working out with Sanya. This is where we're introduced to Sanya and her husband Ross, and they're working out together. They do like a little relay race. Of course, Sanya beats her because it's like, duh, she's a 4-time Olympic gold medalist. Like, what did you expect? So we see that Drew is talking about her weight. Well, okay, we're gonna get into that. That's later in the episode. But she's talking about her Get Down with Drew program and Sanya. This, you know, at this moment, I was like, okay, all right, Sanya, she coming in, pop, pop. Because she was like, how we supposed to get down with Drew when Drew can't even get down into a squat? And I was like, ooh. Because she was struggling to get into a squat. Like, girl, how you promoting this whole program and you looking real bad right now on TV? So then she tells Sanya about Ralph as, like, girl, y'all already know how I feel about Drew. Like, I don't care for her storyline and I don't care for Ralph. So I'm just like Wreck-It Ralph, like, she's telling him, Sanya, that he had this assistant and this assistant's talking about massaging him, and yeah, so he just be embarrassing her. And I'm just like, Drew, you really came on TV for your husband to embarrass you 2 seasons in a row. Like, I don't know. It's giving Rashida and Kirk, you know? So then we jump to the scene. We see Brooklyn and we see Kenya, and Brandon is at their house at the place, and Brooklyn is so cute. Like, she's so cute. She getting so big, and I'm just happy that Kenya could show Brooklyn's face again, because Mark was trying to fight her, but you know, Kenya won the case so she could show Brooklyn's face on the Real Housewives. Like, what, Mark? Like, Kenya is with Brooklyn for the majority of the time. What you mean she can't show her face on the show where she is making her money? Like, stop playing. So I'm happy we get to see little Brookie's face. She's so cute. She's getting so big. And then at that moment, we see the invite because Marlo's having an event at the Le Archive for her brand, and she has this woman going around with a laptop to invite the women to the parties. So then we get to see Sanya's family. We get to be introduced to Sanya. Of course, she's talking, and I'm so excited that we have a Jamaican housewife. Like, I love that. I love a Caribbean housewife on there speaking patois. Her family on there speaking patois, her parents. I was like, yes, we love to see it. We love to see the Caribbean flavor on TV. So I'm here for it. I like Sonia already. Like, you know, when a new housewife come out, you gotta be like, ooh, what are they about to come with? What are they about to give? So I like Sonia. I'm excited to see where her storyline goes from here. But so far, I like her. I like her family. I definitely want to see more of their dynamic. I want to hear more patois on my TV. And I want to see where it's going with her husband, because Ross wants another baby. He wants a daughter. And Sonia, she says she's not sure. So then we jump to when Kandi and Sonia goes to Drew's house for the little... She's having a little tasting of her meal preps and talking about her workout plan. And when Kandi walks in, her freaking Drew's assistant had me screaming, because he was like, okay, Miss Legendary Burris. I was like, period. But he had me weak. But it's some tea with him, because apparently he also was assistant for Sheree, and he's going around telling Sheree's business. So that's coming this season. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, they come into the house. Drew asked them to take like a shot of whatever little healthy drink of whatever. And they take the shot, and then Drew makes them taste like the meal prep. And from Kandi's reaction, I feel like she was lying about how good the food was. Because it was like, oh, how do you like it? She was like, good. And Kandi, you know Kandi. Kandi knows food. Okay, my girl knows food. So her reaction to me wasn't exciting. Like, she's like, she was saying it for the cameras, or saying it just to not make Drew feel bad. But because when we watch seasons with Kandi, we know when the food is good. Okay, like at the end, at the Lay Archive event, when she was like, oh, she got the good hors d'oeuvres. That was real. So they taste that, and then she's telling them about she losing 25 pounds in 14 days. And Sonia's like, girl, it's a little fishy to me. I don't know. And of course, Bravo, like I said, shady. They pull up the before and after picture of Drew, and they put 25 pounds question mark. Yo, when I tell y'all, I screamed. The scream I scroam was hilarious, because Bravo is so shady for that. Like, the producers are so shady. But we all was like, I don't know about that, Drew. So now we get to the Lay Archive event, the PA resistance of the episode. Everyone walks in. Marlo basically put this together as a gala, which I understood her vision, because everybody's like, oh my God, I thought she was going to do like a runway show, a fashion show, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, when you go to a museum, the pieces are on a mannequin with who designed it, what the piece is, the year. So Marlo's vision was basically a gallery. Like, that was her vision. She wanted it to be a gallery, a museum feel. You walk in, you look at the piece, you look at the name, where it's from, spring, summer, fall, winter, what season, what year. So that was her vision. So I understood the vision. The girls thought it was supposed to be a fashion show. That wasn't what it was giving. So Sheree meets Ralph and Drew, and she's like, oh, I heard about y'all. And it's like, oh, hopefully all good things. Sheree's like, I love Sheree. I don't care. And what made me weak, because I don't know if you guys watched season 13 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. It was an episode where Sheree and Dwight were doing like commentary on the episode, and when Drew's tagline came in, she was like, her tagline was like, I've been a part of the game, but now I'm something. So I forgot her tagline, but I've been a part of the game, but which we know obviously the show, The Game. And Sheree, when they were commenting, Sheree's like, what game was she in? And then Dwight's like, what game was she in? So I don't know, that stuck in my mind when she was meeting them, but we're gonna see where that's going. But Sheree's hilarious. I love her. So happy that she is back on my screen. They were talking about how Marlo spelled Lay Archive with the L-E, but if you took French, you know that it's supposed to be L apostrophe, not L-E apostrophe. So they were correct, but it was just it was hilarious. Oh, it was one part that had me weak. She's like, Drew said, I hope you didn't delete my number. She's like, I kid you, said, I don't think I ever saved it. That made me scream. That made me scream. And then Kenny was talking about, oh, I came to Marlo's event. I didn't bring my drum line. And of course, you hear, Kenny on board here in the background. I'm like, nah, Bravo is funny. Later on, we see Sanya and Sheree go and tell Marlo what everything that the girls were saying. Of course, they left out what they said because, of course, like I said, Sanya talked about how to spell it. And then Sheree called her second outfit the strawberry candy. She's like, she looked like the candy that my grandma gave me in church. It could be quiet. I was like, Sheree, stop. This is why I miss my girl, because she pointed shit out that's just spot on. Like, oh, I miss Sheree so much. But of course they omitted what they said, but they was telling what all the girls said. And of course now Marlo comes in hot. And the thing is, she said the girls, but Marlo went straight to Miss Kenya Moore. Marlo starts going off. She starts talking about like the white refrigerator, and of course they played back, what is this, honey? A white refrigerator? No, because that is such an iconic moment from Miss Lenithia Leaks, for real. And then they start going back and forth. She's like, I will read everybody. Kenya's like, well, first you have to learn how to read. And she go, no, this is funny. She went behind Drew's head. She's like, oh, you have a French roll. I'm like, no, Marlo, please. Please, please. Because one thing about Marlo, she gonna go below the belt, okay? She do not hold back. She will go below the belt. So, that was the ending of episode 1, season 14 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I will be watching. Like I said, I don't think I will be here every single week doing a review. We'll see. I don't think. I'll probably do like every other week and like combine episodes. We'll see. But I don't think I'll be here every single week. But of course, I had to be here to talk about the first episode of season 14. Like I said, I thought it was pretty good. I was very well pleased with how everything was put together, the moments, the shadiness. I liked so far the blending of the cast. And I thought episode 1 of season 14 was pretty good. So yeah. Comment down below, y'all. Let me know what you think of episode 1 of season 14. Do you like the cast? How do you feel about Sanya? Let me know down below. Of course, subscribe to the channel to see more. Like the video. And follow me on my social medias, y'all. And I will see you guys in my next one. And go check out my previous videos. Peace. Love.